Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video regarding my expectations for the week starting the 28th of October 2024. Before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So, I think there's more downside left in the market. We will see things on the 4-hour time frames and on the daily time frame, which is generally what I use to analyze charts. If you look at Nifty 50 on the 4-hour time frame, it looks like this. Clearly there was a head and shoulder which has now cracked. It is this left shoulder, head, and this right shoulder. The neckline was this white line at 24694, which is now cracked and it's going lower. And if you look at it on the daily time frame, you see a bigger head and shoulder that could occur. For that, the neckline would be somewhere over here where it is currently sitting, which is 24,180. In this case, the head and shoulder will look like this. This will be the left shoulder. This will be the head. A right shoulder will form and then it will go down towards this 23,111 level. So we cannot rule out a bounce, a technical bounce from the current level. That is the only thing that we should be concerned about in the coming week. The general view is markets will fall. However, somewhere during the course of the week, there will be one technical bounce. It may be very hard and fast, and that will probably take out the shorters on that particular moment. All right. So that is the only thing we got to be a little bit careful about. Apart from that, the general tendency in my view is for the markets to go down. I also think that from whatever I've gathered in the news and YouTube clips I've watched, that the chances of Trump winning is higher. So if Trump wins, I think US markets will go in for a small rally because I think financial markets in US prefer Trump. I also think that once Trump comes into play in about 6 months' time, the escalation in Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Iran, these will all subside, and maybe in a year's time, we'll probably have a world which is war-free. All right, so good things may be in store in the future, but that aside, we cannot rule out the fact that India is still at high valuations compared to the rest of the world. So that still needs a little bit of addressing. And I really don't think our economy is growing at 8% plus in my view. The only thing growing very fast and with high percentages is inflation. I think if you ask any middle class person, he'll tell you that the rate of day-to-day items have gone up significantly, including vegetables and stuff like that. So car sales have gone down, bike sales have gone down. I have my own take on GST. I think GST is a good reform with bad implementation. So things like that. All right. But I wouldn't want to go into economic issues right now. We'll just see charts. So I said one head and shoulder is already done. Another one could be forming if you look at the charts by using a custom Fibonacci. How to do it and how to automate it is available with our members. So if you're a member, you'll have access to certain videos that other people don't have access to. And in that, we have explained how to use this custom Fibonacci levels along with how to automate it. All right. So in that, when we look at things, I think that there's another bigger head and shoulder that could form. For that, a bounce is required, a technical bounce is required, and then it'll come back and then fall further. Eventually, I think these markets will go to 23,000 levels in the next 2 or 3 months, or it can be within the next month, or it can be in the next 3 months. But I think the markets will head to 20,000 levels sooner or later. It's already at 24,180, so not a big deal falling another 1,000 points for the market. Yes, it will halt in between whenever the fib gapping is too much. It will halt. But eventually, I think 1,000 point point fall from the current levels is imminent unless Reliance starts stabilizing. Reliance has already fallen from 3200 levels to 27 or 2700 odd levels. So there's a 500 rupee drop in Reliance already. 28th, tomorrow is the 1:1 bonus issue date. So once that happens, I think the stock will be the value of the stock, not the value, it'll come down by half. More people wanting to enter Reliance will probably enter Reliance, and there may be a technical bounce back in Reliance also. So I'm hopeful it will happen. Disclosure is I sometimes own 100, 200 shares of Reliance. Now and then I pick it up for, swing trading and stuff like that. Nothing too significant, small quantities. At this point of time, I may be having about Reliance, 100 shares of Reliance that I picked up just before the bonus share issue. I wanted to see what happens with the bonus split. So I picked up a few shares, I think about 1 week back, and my average price was about 27.44. So I'm already sitting in a loss, and that does not bother me because even if it takes 6 months to a year to give me a 20% return, which I'm certain it will give, I'm okay with that. So I'm just holding it for the sake of holding it, and I don't mind holding it for a year as well. Banks, the results have been mixed. ICICI Bank results have been good. IndusInd has not been good. See, I think to put, let's go to the bank Nifty while we are talking about banks. So this is how it looks on the 4-hour time frame. And 4-hour time frame, the neckline is now broken. And if we switch to the daily time frame, it looks like this. So again, there may be a bigger head and shoulder that needs to happen, and this whole thing can be a shoulder, and then this is the head, and then maybe another big shoulder will form. For that, a bounce is required. A good technical bounce is required of about 2000 points, but then it will eventually head down, is my theory at this stage. So a couple of banks have reported non-performing assets going up. I think all those loans that were dispersed during COVID, some of them are turning bad. That's why the non-performing assets in banks are going up. So let's just see. And I think this non-performing assets in the future will keep rising because we have a younger generation that is buying stuff like mobiles and all on loans. So, and companies have been aggressive in the last 3-4 years in terms of giving out loans. So maybe you will have this NII percentage increasing in banks. So let's just see. I think a couple of banks who are more prepared and who are better planned than others will do better than the remaining. Banks that are not very well planned and they don't have their plans in place properly will probably deteriorate further. So let's just see. I'm a believer in ICICI Bank story. Axis not so much. I don't think some of their practices are very good. But I don't have complaints against ICICI Bank. I think on a general note, they seem to be okay to bank with. All right. So that aside, bank also can see a technical bounce, but I think on the whole, if you ask me where bank is going, I think bank is heading lower. It will touch base this 47,800 once, I think, in the coming days. It can happen within a month or it will happen within 2-3 months. That I don't know. But it will come to this 47,800 odd levels. It may halt in between, bounce, and all of that may happen. But I think it will come and touch this 47,800, which is how many points from its current level? About 3,000 points is not a big deal for Bank Nifty. One bad day can make that happen technically. So this top is the election result day top. Then the next day it had swung low, and then again it had gone back up. So 47,800 in my view will come. It may come before this year end, and that is the view I hold for Bank Nifty as of now. Let's see how things play out for the immediate coming week. I think the markets will go down, but anytime a technical bounce is possible, so just be prepared for that. don't hold your positions for too long. Don't carry overnight positions would be my advice. All right. For Fin Nifty, we'll have to use the futures chart because this requires volume data to work, and volume data is not available for mid cap and Fin Nifty for trading view. So it looks like this. It pretty much looks like a Bank Nifty kind of a thing. I think a bigger, not exactly a bigger one, maybe. Let's see if you can say this. For this, the neckline will be somewhere over here. If you think a big head and shoulder needs to play out, the neckline will be somewhere at about 22,800, and it would need to do something like this, and this to fall further. That's a possibility. So let's just see. All right, whichever way Bank Nifty goes, Fin Nifty will follow 100, 200 points here and there. Mid cap Nifty looks like this. I think it's on its way lower. It's definitely going to come to this 11,500 in my view. This green line over here, the gapping between this and this is quite wide, so it may halt in between somewhere. This is a total fall of about 750 points that I'm looking forward to in mid cap. Mid cap is quite violent. It can do that in one day. It can do that in 4 days. So, but a fall I think is imminent on a daily chart. It's probably going to do this 1, 2, 3, 4 find maneuver. 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this is going to happen. And by the time it closes the fifth, it will be at 11,500 is the view I hold. All right. If a technical bounce comes, then probably a head and shoulder here also is possible. This will be the left shoulder. This whole thing is the head. Maybe a technical bounce again like this and then down. That's a possibility. So the only thing that you need to be a little aware of is markets for the time being are a little oversold. One good bounce will happen anytime. It can happen on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, at any point of time. And that will take out the shorters in one big move. So we just need to be aware of that happening at any point of time. But apart from that, I think the general market is in a downtrend. That's what the adaptive trend finder also has been telling us. On the adaptive trend finder, all 4 indices are now currently in the downtrend, and I think it'll take a lot of effort for it to resume the uptrend again. So my generic view of the market is we are in a bear grip right now. Downtrend it is, unless there's a very good positive wave happening in the US and the whole world turns positive because of Trump winning the elections and stuff like that. I don't see things improving immediately for us. There may be a relief rally or a technical bounce here and there, but I think we are heading lower on a general note. And in the coming week also, if you take the levels today and compare it with how we end the coming week, I think we'll be probably a percent or two lower from where we start. So during the course of the week, all 4 indices may end up lower from where it is at the start of the week, is my generic view at this point of time. The week after that will be a little more interesting because US elections will be peaking. So first week of November will be very interesting. I think by the time we reach the 10th of November, we'll all know who the next president is, and things will be more stable after that. This Iran-Iraq escalations, I think Iran will not retaliate immediately. I think it'll be a more measured move now. Iran attacked. Israel had to reply back. It did that. Iran, I think if it's mature enough, will not immediately retaliate. It'll take its time and probably not escalate the situation too much, is my generic view at this point of time. Because let's just see. I think everybody is waiting also to see what's happening in the US. So immediate escalations at this stage, I don't think is a possibility or a desire for everybody to do so. Tit for tat has already happened between Iran and Israel, and I think if it holds over here in this position till the US elections are over, it'll be a good thing for both sides. let's just wait and watch how things proceed. All right, so that is my general view for the week coming ahead. Generally, it's a downtrend. We just got to be cautious about drastic or sudden up moves happening to take out the shorters. As long as we have that in our mind, I think we'll be okay shorting the indices or shorting stocks or whatever you want to short. It should be good to go. Just be a little careful. All I'm trying to say is shorting is not going to be easy. You can't short on Monday and then close that position on Fridays, is what I'm trying to say. We need to play day by day and make sure we don't carry positions overnight. That will be my generic view for the week ahead. All right. So on that note, I'll end this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribed. Share the video with your family and friends. Please give this video a thumbs up. It motivates us to make more videos for you. If you're already a subscriber, consider becoming a member with us. It's a very small subscription fee for every month. And also subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description in all our videos. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.